Greetings YouTube, this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001 bringing you the first review of Robot Week. Now, each day Robot Week will feature a larger and larger robot toy. So today we are starting with one of the smallest robot toys that I actually own. Or rather, a few of them. Okay, so anybody who has watched my intro sequence with the little stop motion animation probably recognizes that I pick up a little robot that looks like this. Except in green. I actually have a bunch of these little guys, as you just saw from the pile, and I got them out of a gumball machine in Walgreens for 50 cents each. And you know, for what these little guys are, they give me so much joy. I figured, you know, nobody does these kinds of reviews, so why the heck not? So I'll be talking about each of them in turn, giving a brief biography, and then I'll let you know which ones are my favorite. First, a little bit of backstory. Back when I was in college, the Walgreens was the supermarket that I went to, and they had this little machine that had these little toys. They are about 1.5 inches tall. They have 3 points of articulation, a waist joint, and shoulders that move like this, which is pretty good for a toy that comes from a gumball machine. And they seem to be homaging robots from old cartoon series that I liked, like Exo Squad, some Gundam. I think one of them is even a slight homage to Evangelion. But I digress. I don't remember the names of all of them, but I do know that this one has something to do with punching. You know, hence the... Whoa, focus there, man. There you go. Because, you know, he has the big fists. And if you look, he actually has a little bit of paint app, a painted cockpit window, which is cool. And he has some nice sculpt work on the back. That just says China, because, you know, every cheap little toy is manufactured in China. And lots of nice little detailing all the way around. It's very nice. So, yeah, this is the Punchy one. It looks pretty cool. And moving on, I think I'll do this one next because it's the most unique in the set. They only painted the front of the cockpit, but I think they should have painted the sides too, because I think that's like a big window. This one has these two little turbine engines on the side, and since it's basically just a cockpit on legs, it only has the 2 points. Each one is a leg. See? Do 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 do. Yeah. Again, I don't remember the exact name, but I know it has something to do with jumping. I'm guessing with the giant legs and the turbines, this guy's supposed to leap into the air and then propel himself with the turbines. So yeah, Jumpy bot. Which is kind of nice. Okay. Another notable one. This dude. Cast in black and therefore does not want to show up on the camera, I'm guessing, is mostly a gorilla themed mech. With the overlong arms and the fact that his feet have toes. Yeah, look at that, toes. Isn't that funny? Also, if you look, he has something like a Gatling gun molded onto his forearm. That's actually pretty awesome. Can I zoom in? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I took it beyond the point of resolution. Get back there, get back there. Yeah, Gatling guns. Nice. Again, paint app. Paint app on this guy is a little bit more than the other two. As you can see, his tiny cockpit window is painted, but he also has, like, lights picked out in his shoulders. Unless each arm has its own cockpit, which would make the robot kind of awkward to control. Okay, I need a punch now. No, you idiot! I needed you to punch when I was taking that step. Ah, crap. Psh. Well, yeah, very nice. I really like these guys. Alright, we're moving on, moving on. This dude. This is the one that I think kinda has a passing resemblance to an Evangelion. I think it's because of the way the shoulders look. This one's weird in that all the paint app is on its legs. Its cockpit is not picked out. I don't think this one has fingers. Or hands, really. I think that's just like guns for fingertips. Again, gotta respect the little bits of sculpted in detail, though. I mean, even on the back, they have panel lines. They have, look, you can see bolts sculpted in. You know, for a tiny little piece of plastic that's less than 2 inches tall and costs 50 cents, they put some bit of love into these things. Okay, now I'm going to be moving on to some of my favorites in the set. This one, I'm pretty sure that that he was supposed to be sculpted in mid-step, but being crammed into the gumball bubble caused his legs to get twisted. But I don't care. I call this one the dancing robot, because the way his leg is out like that and his arms are arranged like this, it looks like he's doing the hokey pokey. You put your right leg in, you put your right leg out, you put your right leg in, and you shake it all about, and cause a seismic event that causes some people's houses to get damaged because you're in a 100-foot tall robot, and the government gets sued and you lose your job. But then you steal your mech and go on a rampage and put your right foot in. My head's working weird. This one also has paint apps on the cockpit window and the legs. So it kind of has a combination of Evangelion robot and the other two. I just love this guy. I mean, again, you can see all the wonderful sculpted detail. You have bolts, you have panel lines, little guns built into his knuckles. This is a really nice robot. If you look, you can even see he has Macross missile spam sculpted into either side of his cockpit. So you can just imagine little missiles shooting out of there. Like I said, like if you're fans of shows like Exo Squad, then you probably recognize these little designs. Okay, moving on. This one is actually my favorite of the set, which makes it all the more painful that he's the most difficult to stand. I have two of them. One is, I like to call one the desert mech because it's in this sandy color, and the other one is the jungle mech because it's green. But the problem is that they have the smallest feet, and that makes them the most difficult to stand. Stands better if the legs are forward. Yeah, because you see, this one's sculpted in the... There. No more distracting line in the background to confuse my camera's autofocus. See, the sculpted in mid-step. Oh yay, look, he's standing. Yeah, this is my favorite because it kind of reminds me of a Leo from Gundam Wing. I know it doesn't really look that much like a Leo. It actually looks like a cross between a Leo and an Exo Squad suit. I know I'm saying Exo Squad a lot, but it was one of the first giant robot shows I ever watched. I really love this guy. This guy has, despite having the smallest feet and being the most difficult to stand, he looks cool. He has a big wide cockpit. He has these gigantic guns for arms, meaning if this was built actual size, these things would probably be the size of station wagons. He obviously has missile pods on either side of his chest, which are really deeply sculpted in there, as you can see by the sharp contours. The only paint on this guy is the cockpit window and these two lights, so yeah. This guy's awesome. I really love this guy. This is my favorite of the set. Of course, there is one more that deserves an honorable mention. This one did not come from the same machine as the others. I found it in the street while I was walking my dog one day. And he's cast in a navy blue. Still has all those wonderful details. Although his aesthetic design seems to be completely different. This one has more of I want to say modern anime look, as opposed to the others, which are more boxy-ish. This one has a little bit of sculpt break. As you can see, this fin, it's designed to be like that, but when you move the arm, it breaks the sculpt up. But, you know, who cares? Same exact articulation. This is a really nice looking one. It has absolutely no paint, and because it's cast in such a dark plastic, it can be hard to see all the details. But, you know, he's pretty cool. I imagine this one came from another 50% prize machine. Gumball machine, however the heck you call those things. But, you know, very nice. So, this has been day 1 of Robot Week, featuring some of my tiniest robot toys. And tomorrow we will be introduced to a bigger robot toy.